What's up, guys? So today I want to spend some time talking about something that's been on my mind to make a video about for a few months now after some interesting experiences. And what I want to talk about is apprenticeships and my opinion for the right way and the wrong way to go about getting one. And I'm going to try to decode a little bit of the apprenticeship process for somebody that's looking to get into tattooing and is maybe feeling a little bit of rejection or having a hard time figuring out what tattoo artists want and why they keep getting told to go home or buzz off or whatever. So let's jump right into it, okay? I want to start with what I think is one of the most important things, and obviously I think that everyone would agree, that's work on your artwork, okay? So before anything else, you need to create an organized, finished portfolio of work. I get a lot of people bring me their high school sketchbook, okay? And some of it's got good stuff in it and some of it's kind of half-finished doodles, and those things are fine if you're trying to get grades in high school. They're not fine if you're essentially applying for a career, which is what you're doing in a tattoo shop, okay? So a couple points. The work that's in your portfolio should be finished. It should be organized. It should be done to the best of your ability in whatever medium that you want to work in, whether it's pencil, whether it's oil painting, whether it's whatever. It should be all kind of organized together nicely. And the biggest thing is that it should be original, okay? I've had a couple people in the past bring me work that's blatantly copied, literally Google, tattoo, and the first things that come up, this person will have taken off of the internet, redrawn, recolored with no changes, and can basically just call it a day and bring that to a tattoo shop, okay? This is wrong. You're gonna get called out on it every time. We as tattoo artists, I think everyone would agree with me, we don't like our work stolen. Imitation isn't the sincerest form of flattery when it comes to tattoos. It's just theft and plagiarism. And so you can't do it. It's plain and simple, okay? The next thing is to actually do some research, okay? Spend some time looking at specific tattoo shops. Maybe it's a shop that you've been tattooed in before. Maybe it's a shop you've never been tattooed in before. But you've heard great things about the artist, or you've read reviews about it, or you admire their work on Instagram or Facebook. These are the people that you want to work with. You don't want to take on an apprenticeship at just any place that will offer you one, for the simple fact that you're not going to learn anything. If you're working in a bad shop with bad artists that don't really know anything, a lot of times they're going to be more apt to take you on. But that's a self-serving thing. It's a stroke their own ego, have someone to get coffee for them, they don't have to mop the floors anymore, that kind of thing. And if that's the career that you want, and that's what your goal is, to just say that you work in a tattoo shop, then by all means, go work for them. But do know that down the line, when you realize you're not learning anything, that your career isn't going anywhere, that your boss is an ass and he treats you like crap, that being in a shop like that for long term is going to affect your outlook for going into a good shop down the line, okay? So what I mean is, if Joe Blow down the road owns a shop that's been shut down 3 times by the health department, and you go up to the great shop, a block away from you, and they have a wonderful reputation and fantastic knowledgeable artists, and you say, yeah, I work for Joe Blow down the road, and I'm looking for, more of my apprenticeship, or I'm looking for work. The good shop is probably going to say, there's the door, my friend. Sorry, we don't hire your type. And so be wise in who you choose to work with and who you choose to approach for an apprenticeship. It doesn't mean you only have to go to one shop. It just means narrow it down to the ones that you respect and that are good shops, okay? When you get there, be ready for rejection. It's gonna happen, okay? If a shop you're interested in doesn't have the time to take you on, or doesn't think your art is good enough, they're gonna tell you that. You need to go into the tattoo shop. You need to not send Facebook messages, not send DMs, not send emails. Don't waste our time with phone calls. Go in, bring your nice, newly done portfolio and say, this is my work, I really want a tattoo, okay? If you get rejected, which you will, probably, it doesn't mean that you have to give up. It just means that you either have to take some constructive criticism and work on your art, or maybe you have to change something else about your approach to things. It's gonna be individual, okay? So, should you get discouraged? In some cases, yeah. If you go to shop after shop and they all say to you, listen, man, or, girl, you're not good enough. Your artwork isn't good enough. It's not there yet. You gotta keep working. Then listen to what they have to say, okay? The fix for rejection is to get tattooed in the shop, is to spend time in the shop as much as you can without pissing everybody off, okay? And yeah, that means you're gonna have to be a paying customer. But what it also means is they're gonna know you, they're gonna talk to you, they're gonna see your artwork as it improves, and you're gonna be able to improve your artwork. Hopefully understand a little bit more about what happens in a tattoo shop, okay? If you have no tattoos and you go, oh, I've seen it on TV, I love Dave Navarro, I think I wanna be a tattoo artist, that's the wrong approach, okay? What you see on TV is not real. A tattoo shop is very different, okay? So spending time in one is important, I think. If you've been rejected or you're trying to work through and get an apprenticeship, spending time in a shop while working on your art, okay? Be patient, be humble. Those are two qualities that I think are almost most important in a tattoo artist. We've all met tattoo artists, a lot of us have met tattoo artists that have just giant egos that want to throw, how fantastic they are in everyone else's face. And it's admittedly a weird job, especially when you're young. If you go to work every day and spend your day with people that are telling you how great you are, whether it be coworkers or whether it be happy clients, at some point you need some measure of kind of reality to make sure that doesn't take over the way you think about yourself, okay? And being humble is the only way to grow as an artist and as a tattoo artist, okay? If your ego is so big, you're gonna stop learning. And I think that anybody who's trying to take on an apprentice or who's interested in taking on an apprentice is gonna see someone who isn't humble and say, what do I have to teach this person? They already know everything. Why would I bother wasting my time? If this person isn't humble and if they're not patient, then they're not ready to tattoo. They're not ready to sit down for 6 hours with a client and slowly work through a tattoo every day. It's a hard thing to do, okay? And if you don't have those qualities or aren't willing to develop those qualities, you're gonna have a harder time, okay? Not everyone can tattoo well. Understand that, again, no matter what your Instagram followers say, no matter what your Facebook followers say, you may not be a great artist, okay? Maybe you have 500 followers on Instagram, and maybe every time you post a picture, they go, oh my God, it's amazing, I love it. It's not worth anything. Those people aren't not doing you a service by telling you that you're wonderful. And when you talk to real artists, when you talk to people that are in this craft, when we're telling you, no, you're not there yet, the fix for that is not to rebel against it and go, fuck these guys, they don't know what they're talking about, I'm awesome and everybody thinks I'm great. And no, the fix is to work, okay? Buy the DVDs from other great artists that are teaching you how to draw, how to paint, how to sculpt, whatever it may be that you want to focus on. Take classes, take art classes. There's nothing wrong with even a 1 day a week, a figurative drawing class that might cost you a couple $100s, but will make you a better artist than sitting on your hands would do, okay? If you're serious about tattooing, the people that are serious about tattooing for the rest of their lives are willing to do these things. They're willing to put in the work. And if you're not, that's who you're up against, okay? The guy who's coming in the door right after you is gonna be willing to do those things. So keep that in mind as you're preparing to go into a tattoo shop and you're wanting to learn, okay? Buying a machine on eBay is not the answer. You can teach yourself how to tattoo, especially nowadays, okay? There's no secret to that. There's hundreds and hundreds of mediocre tattoo artists that are making YouTube videos that are willing to give up what they perceive as secrets of tattooing to people that are trying to work out of their kitchens. And I'm not the type to put those people down, okay? Each person is following their own path. And we all have to choose, and we all have to figure out what works best with us, okay? That's not the path that I've chosen. It's not the path that I would recommend someone else chooses, because I don't think that it has the same longevity as doing it the right way. What is the right way, in my opinion? You're missing the point of tattooing. There's more to learn than the technical aspects. Beyond the sterilization and the cleanliness, there's also kind of induction into shop life and the traditions of tattooing and what make our craft great, and the knowledge that's been passed down from artist to artist to artist, the generations, and the pedigree that you will have when you become an actual tattoo artist. And all those things are bigger than just doing tattoos or learning how to draw a straight line or you know, any of that little frivolous stuff that you can learn by buying an eBay machine and just, you know, going at your friends for a little bit. And understand, this is like the last and one of the most important things that I want to tell people, okay? Understand that those of us that love tattoos, we respect our career and we want to protect it, okay? So we don't want to apprentice people who are not capable of tattooing. We don't want to apprentice people who don't care or have giant egos. We want to apprentice people that love tattoos as much as we do, and that will protect our craft as much as we will, and we try to. So that means we're maybe not trying to keep you out because you look a certain way or you act a certain way or anything. Maybe we're trying to keep you out because you don't have the right attitude or you're not willing to work on your artwork. We're looking for qualities that we want to be our legacy. The people that get taught by me and the other artists that I work with and the other artists that I try to associate with are strong tattooers with good ethics, that understand this craft and understand how important it is. And if you're willing to be passionate about what you're doing and you're doing it for the right reasons, then you will find a shop and you will find a home, and you'll be happy and you'll be a great tattooer for your entire life. I've been in a tattoo shop for 20 years. I started in a tattoo shop when I was 14 years old. And I've never left, and I've loved every minute of it, and I never get tired of it. And I still feel as passionate about it today, right now, as I did 20 years ago. And I think if you're that type of person, or you're someone that feels strongly about your artwork, that you will prevail. But if this is a passing thing that you've seen on TV and you think is cool, then, you know, give it a couple of years. Maybe move on from it and see what happens, okay? Work on your art the entire time, but maybe don't jump into a tattoo shop and make yourself look bad, okay? I hope that everything I've said here is helpful. I know that some of it is probably inflammatory. There's probably someone that's going to have an issue with something that I said, and that's fine. I would encourage any of my subscribers that are tattoo artists that have gone through this apprenticeship process, or even some that maybe haven't gone through it, I would encourage them to comment and please leave their opinions in the comment section, and give out kind of any information that they feel that I've missed or I've glossed over. Of course, these things are my opinion, and a lot of them are, you know, gut instincts of what I think is right and what I think is wrong in the tattoo world. So I'm always interested to see what everyone else has to say. If anyone wants to check out my work, as always, Instagram at Requiem Tattoo _Anthony. Don't forget to subscribe, like, again, comment. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it very much. Thank you.